Out here, once again, it is the Uncorrupt stream. One of the biggest crowd favorites, I think, in Hearthstone is Reno Warrior, and so I actually started by pulling up what I think is a relatively popular Reno Warrior list here, and I looked at it, and I kind of don't like it. So my goal here is going to be to, try to clean this up a little bit, and then we're going to jam down some games as we're on our way back to Legend here for the October run. Like, some of the stuff almost seems kind of silly, and I feel like maybe Reno Warrior is one of those archetypes that is not necessarily neglected, but not looked at and not refined. It's kind of like a below average deck. I think people like it because it's fun. But it's not something that people are actively trying to make better. And certainly by looking at this, I don't think there's any cards included from the mini set, then I think there might be a missed opportunity there. So I'm just going to try to go through this list, talk about my thought process as I clean it up, and then we're going to go out and see if we can smash some people. The first thing that I want to do is to try to like make some room for the different stuff that I want to be doing here. So, right off the bat, I look at Grifta. I've never like super enjoyed this card. I think sometimes when it's good, it's great, but a lot of times it's just sitting in our hands. So I'm going to start with the Grifter cut. I don't think Armor Vendor necessarily makes sense here. I understand why it's in the deck, but I don't think that's a play that I really want to make. Also, to me, Greedy Partner. I actually thought this was a Pirate, which would be really bad with the card draw here. You would never want to draw this off of the all-you-can-eat, but I think we can do better than a Greedy Partner. Some of these cards look like they were included just to have a low mana curve, which I guess is fine, but it's not what I'm going for. Tidepool Pupil. This is another card that I feel like you can actually just cut from the deck because depending on when it comes into your hand, there's no guarantee as far as what spells you're going to be able to get back. Like, what if you get bad stuff off of it? Again, I think we can just do a little bit better than a Tidepool Pupil. Trail Mix is good. It makes the cut. The Safety Goggles here is interesting. I mean, a free card is always nice. 6 armor. Could be good against aggressive decks. Maybe to buy us an extra turn to be able to get to a board clear. I kind of wonder if it tries to lean in a little bit too much to... Well, this list doesn't even have Odin in it. So yeah, I kind of wonder, like, if you're playing this to get free armor, or like a shield slam, or potentially like a sanitize, I guess. Try to use it as a board clear. I don't know that that makes the cut. I'm going to take it out at least temporarily. I mean, Dirty Rat does have its uses. You have to be careful about when you play this and make sure that you can deal with whatever minion comes out. You don't want to pull out something really big and then just be overwhelmed by it. I'm going to take it out. Again, that might just be a temporary cut, but I want to see if we can find other stuff. I like the Garrosh. The 1/3 is good. We do need removal. Bash is kind of eh. Not sure how good that's actually going to be. I do like the Totem and Shield block. Trail Mix can be good. Card draw is good. This all seems fine. The Craftsman Hammer, again, I'm not sure about. I guess it's just removal, which is fine. The ETC is a mess here. I think you have to main deck Incendious, or I think that's an opportunity that you can use. And, I mean, second Armor Vendor, like, what are we doing here? You're going to play an ETC just to be able to get an additional Armor Vendor? That doesn't seem like a super good play. So, what I'm thinking is, with ETC, it's the cards that you want to kind of reinforce your strategy. So, I'm thinking that against, like, a control deck, we might be looking to run... Oh, come on. Hearthstone is trolling me. I think we put a New Heights in here. I think I want to put a Viper in here. Could be good in certain situations. And then the other obvious choice would be like an additional copy of a Brawl or a Sanitize. But I think maybe Garrosh Gift is actually just better. Card draw, potentially when we need it. The Execute, the Brawl. I think that might be the option here for this. Badlands Brawler is interesting as well. But I'm not sure exactly what the Warrior Excavate package would look like. Excavate, I think, was something that I missed. Neutral Excavate stuff. I mean, you could play one of these. What are the treasures? Resurrect your highest cost minion. That might be alright. Get a random Titan that costs 1. Oh, I see. That's class cards. Discover 2 8-cost minions and summon them. I like it. But I mean, even like the junk here is just good. So what if we run an Excavate package? Hmm, 3 mana to gain 6. I don't know about that, big boy. But if we're planning on putting the Brawler in, we have to Excavate twice, and that makes it awkward. So maybe you just can't play this. So you go for a small Excavate package. This almost functions as like removal. Destroy a damaged minion for 2 mana. That seems fun. Do you just have to do this? I mean, we're up to 3. So it does kind of open up the option of being able to play this, which gives us an extra Brawl in the deck and a guaranteed win out of the Brawl. Maybe we test it out. We'll test the Excavate package. And while I'm thinking about it, the Alloy Advisor should be in here as well. We got the band cleaned up. I like it. We've got an Excavate package, running an extra Brawl in this form. Obviously Reno. I guess the Ziliax is fine. The other option would be like the 4/6 elusive Divine Shield version. But this is probably okay. Hammer. Kind of curious what the options would be. We don't have enough good taunt minions for that. Is this card good enough? You trade for something big, and then it resummons. This is almost like a different version of Reborn, but it has to die exactly when you play it, otherwise they can strip your armor off. Trial by Fire could also potentially be good as a Reno deck. Too bad that's a Death Rattle and not a Battle Cry. We do run the risk of making the deck a little bit too expensive, though, if we're not careful. Our curve looking like. It's not bad. There is a lot of expensive cards in here, so potentially there's going to be games where you just draw expensive stuff, and then you miss on the ramp, and then you're unable to play it. So maybe it's bad to try to go something like this. Actually are at 30 cards here. Oh, I wanted to get Incendious in the deck, though. If I cut... I guess I could cut the Badlands Brawler. And I do still have these couple of Excavate cards, but if I cut the Badlands Brawler, then Reinforced Plating probably needs to go away as well. That opens up 2 slots, one for Ignis. I like that. Not a whole lot of value to be had there. But yeah, I definitely think you main deck Ignis here. Especially if it comes down after the Bran. Not Ignis, what am I talking about? Incendious. And then that leaves us one more slot now. So we do have the extra copy of Brawl potentially in here. I like the flexibility of a Garrosh's Gift, though. Like, to me, the band is more about what do you need for different matchups. So Viper would be for Weapon Rogue, and then some use against Death Knights, and maybe if we run into other warriors. I think New Heights is just good to have in here. The extra mana is going to be really good for like longer games, control matchups. And then the extra Garrosh's Gift is a little bit of flexibility depending on what you need at that time. Removal, draw, or brawl. You have Ignis, we got Brawl. So we're running a couple of Excavate things. It's just a way to be able to create a little bit of additional cards and get some additional value here. Anataz, of course. And then, I guess, let's take a look at Battlecry minions. Specifically, they're just really good with class cards first. Copy of a damaged minion. Went off twice, doesn't really do anything. Oh, if this isn't in the deck, it should be. I don't know why this wouldn't be in there. Like, it feels like you kind of need the card draw. Interestingly enough, Backstage Bouncer. I mean, it doesn't... I don't think it gets any additional value off of the brand, but it's just a good card. Good in Shaman, maybe not as good in Warrior when there's no guarantee that you're going to have a minion to use it on, though. So I suppose that's fine. No way to buff this. Go to this minion's attack. We're not really going to be buffing. 6 mana, deal 2 to your opponent's board. What would that be good against? Maybe Shaman. Maybe Demon Hunter. Although it might be too slow. I'm going to start off with this list. We'll see if we need to make adjustments as we go. I really don't understand why Armor wasn't in here. I guess Alloy Advisor came out after the point where people were experimenting with Reno. And then I think we get more value out of the Excavate cards than the other junk that was in here. And then our late game plan is going to be like Ignis Weapon, potentially Incendious after Bran, Bomb Boss, Marin, and of course the Reno himself here. So I think I like where the deck is at least for now. Seems to be, in my opinion, a little bit more clean. So we're going to head out and see what we can do. Are we cooking? Somebody tell me, are we cooking? I'm like a mad scientist, man. I don't have my webcam on right now, but I got like hairs coming off my head looking like a mad scientist. We immediately queue into a Reno Druid that has double ramp, Summer Child, ENR Reno. And then we immediately go and delete the deck.
Jaina!
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
Against Mage, I'm assuming big spell Mage. Totem is probably a fine keep, just to be able to cycle and draw. The issue with playing it is that they probably weapon on turn 3 and we give them a coin, but maybe it's just more valuable to get deeper into our deck. You're the boss, boss. What if I coin it out? I play this on 4 and New Heights on 5. Kind of thinking if I coin it out that it survives an additional turn. If it is big spell mage, they don't really have a way to kill this. That's a little bit unfortunate, but it does give us an opportunity to forge, and we do get a second draw from this. Turn 6 Brawl, in case we need it, is nice. I'm almost reconsidering the Badlands Brawler. I just bash this so that I stop taking damage from it. Turn 4, grab the new heights, and try to accelerate towards bigger and better things. Also, by removing that, if they don't, like, play a minion here, they won't be able to bump, and then, So unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be getting hit with something early here. And I'm kind of going to have like a one-turn gap. That's the argument for actually just hard-running Brawl in the ETC versus the Gift of Garrosh. Against a, assuming it's a Tsunami, we eat a lot of damage with no way to really be able to remove their board. I mean, surely they have a big spell. You don't just jam this on turn 4, do you? You're trolling me. DMC forever. What is DMC? Okay. I like that a lot better than a Tsunami. I don't really like bombs, though. Interesting. I can just take an execute to remove this. I don't want it punching me in the face. Like, I don't want bombs in the deck, but I don't want it punching me in the face either. But even just Bellowing Flames. I mean, this isn't going to have a whole lot of value in this particular matchup. Bellowing Flames and then execute. Try to take as little damage as possible. Hopefully they don't have a con man here. We have Bran, but this is kind of a situation where it feels like we're not going to be in a position to be able to play Bran, because you're basically like doing nothing the turn that you drop this. The 2/4 does nothing, and you're not getting any immediate value. They actually do have the con man here. And that's just a big minion. Brawl doesn't even really do a whole lot against this, because what if the 6/12 wins? Excavate does nothing. I think we just kind of lose to like the repeated big spells here. Their hand doesn't really do a whole lot. They hit here, we potentially take 7. I guess we won't concede just yet, but it's kind of coming to the point where the concede is going to be imminent, I think.
Knowledge your salvation.
Lord.
Unable to
I guess at this point I can Brawl and just kind of hope that the con man wins.
One dose solves
Or that the salesman wins. Incendious. Alright, I'll take the con man win here. We're probably still not safe enough to just be able to drop the Bran. May have to start... Might actually just have to gain 5 armor.
A limited time.
And that's actually just going to be a... That's going to be playable next turn. I didn't notice if they actually drew off of it, though. If they didn't, it gives us 1 additional turn. but it's still kind of a situation where we're going to die to the tsunami. We don't really have a whole lot of good options here. We gain 5 armor and what? This?
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Choose.
Yeah, it's not looking too good here. You needed to hit ramp earlier, I guess. Hit here, hit here. I mean, just tsunami isn't enough to kill us, but again, we're still kind of just dead on board. And if this drew a tsunami, it would be 9 mana. Do they have another coin? It's 8 mana. I'm just dead. Unfortunate. Actually drew more cards than they did, but they drew... things that they drew were more impactful. A little bit sad. We go again. What did we need? Like, we needed the new heights? Or we needed some type of trail mix play?
Garrosh versus Lady Vash. Only death is colder than the depths.
Victory or death.
Do you ever keep it? I want to try keeping it. It's just so powerful if you can get it down, but you need to get it down early. Which means we need to ramp, or we need to hit a trail mix. What if you actually put a trail mix in the ETC? There's a new heights in there right now. But what if you actually put a second copy of trail mix? With the high end of the deck. Now, like, you had trail mix in this on 4. You trail mix on 5. This on 6. Coin that on 7. Seems pretty good. This is looking like some kind of Reno shenanigans from the...
What now?
From the Shaman. I'm gonna go ahead and forage here. I might actually have to play this next turn. I don't want them to get like a nice wide board and just start jamming me in the face here. Any more than they already are. Yeah. Let's see, we trail mix now, that's 6. So we want to trail mix next turn. The problem is we're not doing a whole lot. Do you ever get lucky and like land 5 hits on this? Maybe we at least land 3 here, but I feel like this is the play no matter what. Okay, it's probably about the best that we could hope for. So on turn 4, we're going to trail mix and I guess drop this guy. And hopefully there's not going to be a Wave of Nostalgia here. I don't think they're actually playing Wave of Nostalgia anymore. It's still tough though, because even if we get this out next turn, it's like a little bit too slow, right? They're going to have a board and continuously be punching us in the face. And then if they have a...
I wonder.
If they have, like, Thrall's Gift, we're just dead to the Bloodlust. So I think we actually need to take a different line here.
Careful, Mudslider.
I actually have to kill my own minion. I mean, it's still the play, but that's a little bit silly. Now, Alloy Advisor and Coin the trail mix. Still a little bit worried about Bloodlust here. I'd like to see a top deck Bladestorm. Ooh. Ask and receive. Alright, I'm gonna try to sneak in the Brand, but if nothing else, we're gonna have some extra mana to play with next turn.
Strike a pose.
3. So I just die if I don't brawl here. It's not really what I wanted to do with this turn. I was hoping they had something weak. Nice. Hit it, man. Hit it. Yeah, the problem is this card, it just... You spend your entire turn on this, so when you're behind on board... Like, the effect is insanely powerful, but... You have to have a point where you're safe enough to be able to get it down. And we just haven't had that yet. But this is also really bad. I do have the Viper in here, though. Breaking the weapon probably saves us from dying. Still just feels like it's not good enough. Like every turn we're reacting to what our opponent is doing, but we're taking damage every turn. And we're not really affecting them all that much. We're slowing them down, but we're nowhere near stopping or being able to turn the tempo back on them. After seeing this game, I think it's safe to say that you don't actually keep the Brand. So what we're really looking for, like, ramp for sure. Three overload cards, so that's 2 copies of Turning Tides. Is that enough to kill us?
Time is short.
Ooh. That's tough. Why is it our opponent has drawn like no cards and they're just killing us? How can we be dead? And again, like there's just no time to be able to play any of this stuff. They have 6 from hand. Let's see what we get here. Kill 2. All enemies. It's not enough. Hit here and ham. It's a 5/5. They hit. It's kind of looking like dead. Kind of looking like dead. That's unfortunate. Well, we were alive by 1, but not until they top-decked this. Double turning tides. Oh, jam session. Okay. No, we're still dead because it's exact damage. On the plus side, at least our opponent didn't rope us. Some of these guys, man, you let them have the enjoyment of, like, actually killing you, and they repay you by roping the lethal that you know they have in hand. Almost wish you could get a phone number for some of these guys and say, hey man, you got lethal, do you need me to explain it to you? Man, what if they had, if Hearthstone added the voice chat like you see in Call of Duty? Like when you beat somebody, you get, what, 5 seconds or 10 seconds of voice chat? I can't imagine the flaming that would go on in Hearthstone if that was the case.
Cenarius, guide me to victory. Let your penance begin.
We got a One Piece fan here. Luffy YOLO. I can dig it. I'm gonna try to full mulligan for the ramp here. That's the other issue though, like, when everything is a one of, your full mulligan means absolutely nothing. I think I coin out the totem here because it's going to get multiple draws if I get it on the board right now. They shouldn't be running anything in their deck that's going to kill this. They may even just hero power and then ramp. Druid always has ramp. Now when Druid has Reno, they have ramp every single game. Like double ramp at least. Sometimes triple ramp. They didn't hit the totem, so we know they've got a better way to spend mana next turn. They're not going to be...
Let me hear you make some noise!
They're not going to be hero powering again. So I'm expecting either New Heights or a Splish Splash Whelp. They actually do hero power again, which is strange because they could have killed this. Now we get even more stuff. The card draw here is like an easy option. We do burn a card, but it's fine. Who knew that Marin was a pirate? That's not something that I knew. Burning the Ziliax was not preferable. That was not good.
I concede.
Oh, baby. Easy! I have no idea why the Druid conceded that match. Maybe they just assume that you're playing Odin Warrior? That's how you actually get wins with Reno Warrior, is you make it look as much like Odin Warrior as you can, and hope that people concede. Next level plays. But yeah, I don't think I ever knew that Marin was a pirate until I specifically started looking at this deck.
I have your sin. Let your penance begin.
Actually tempted to keep Aftershocks against Hunter. We don't have very many spells, though, that would make it active on turn 3, but I think I want to try keeping it against Hunter. A lot of times they have potentially wider boards that just die to this, even if you have to play it on turn 4. First game that we've actually had ramp on 3. It'll be interesting to see how much of a difference it makes. And we can actually go ramp on 3, and I have a second copy of New Heights in here. Looks like a token hunter, in which case we're going to be happy that we have the Aftershocks. Definitely just want to ramp, though. The card draw is nice. I think I wouldn't mind having Stone Skin Armorer in hand as well. A secret, you say? Probably not Ice Trap, right? They would play... What do you play in this deck? Hidden Meaning? I doubt they play Ice Trap, so I'm just going to risk it.
Skewer, slice, or slash. How to decide? Unprecedented.
So the question is, if it is a Hidden Meaning, do I want to just drop the Needle Rock Totem to continue to draw? And I don't think I do. I think I actually just tempo this out.
Let me hear you make some noise!
They probably don't run Rat Trap either in their deck. So I'm thinking this is Hidden Meaning. Almost has to be. Maybe we're actually playing Reno Hunter.
Any problem?
So this is a game, unfortunately I don't actually have the Bran in hand, but this is a game where you could Trail Mix now and Bran the following turn, and it looks like we'd just be totally fine. Incendious likely... Does it survive or does it die? Assuming it's Hidden Meaning, they do get a 3-drop. If it were going to survive an additional turn, though, would be pretty good. I think I'm going to let them have the Hidden Meaning minion. Like this, and I'm not going to attack on the outside chance that it is actually a freezing trap. I think I'm fine missing 1 damage face here. Okay, it is the Hidden Meaning. You're the boss, boss. They has Mukla. Unfortunate that I burn a card. I mean, there's worse burns. I do need to kill this, though. Fortunately in the ETC, so this is a good game where having the Garrosh's Gift versus like a Brawl is going to come in handy. And no reason to not just go ahead and buff that. Just to make space in our hand for cards. I think I actually just jam this next turn. We're still really healthy. Our opponent is trading, and we have like Ziliax to be able to heal up. Probably don't want to wait for a Bran, we just need to... We need to go Tempo King here.
They love a little fiddle.
How many coins are they going to get? They get at least 1 coin. We also have Reno. So I'm just going to jam the Bomb Boss. Boss. You're the boss, boss. Oh, baby. Hit the cow? Got the Titan. Man, why couldn't it hit the cow? And deck and board. -3 cards, lol. I'd like him to go ahead and draw the rest, man. Draw the other two. Yeah, would you look at that? Much do I care? I kind of think I don't care, man. Now's the time that we jam this and I can actually just Reno.
No matter the danger, I'll always chase a good discovery.
Now, using a banana here doesn't do anything, so I'm just going to float the mana. Reno keeps me totally safe, and then I can start to look at like an Incendious play. I gotta remember they're also Reno, so I'm gonna want to be just a little bit careful.
What is your wisdom?
These secrets... Actually, this could be really bad for them. If they have a hidden meaning and I Reno, then they're board locked with a crappy little 3-mana minion.
Looking for a standoff?
Careful!
It's against me.
I don't think I'm going to attack. Actually, nah, there's no value in, like, if it was a freezing trap here. I'm just going to not set off the secrets. Hidden meaning, so they're board locked with a crappy minion. Baron's actually not super great from a card draw standpoint, so I think I would probably want to take the Crown. But I don't really want to play the Crown until after they've played...
You've been in
one of all
tighter
enemy minions.
scrapes, Reno.
If I shoot face, one banana, that allows me to Incendious. I draw cards. But I think I want to save the card draw until after the Incendious is down. So Incendious is coming down. And I think I can actually just hero power face one banana on the brand to bump here. And then the question is, do I want to trail mix here? And I kind of don't have a reason to. I'm gonna hold it. 10 eruptions in the deck. Being flush. That actually does nothing now. What's this? Oh, it's just free damage. I like it. I'm actually going to start with... Is it card draw or is it armor? I'm going to heal for 6. Honestly, I could like armor, draw cards, and just pay 4 mana for this. Actually, I can't do that. Closes me out of the Ziliax. The question is 12 good enough? And I don't think it is.
Fast here.
I'm assuming they run like Stranglethorn Heart in Reno. It's a shame they didn't have more minions on the board to be able to get more healing. Like, if they just Reno, kind of sad. If they don't Reno...
Looking for
Okay.
a standoff? Careful, it's against me.
Unfortunate, but it is what it is. I was under the impression that these cycled and that it wasn't just random from turn to turn. But apparently that's not correct. Another Incendious. This guy's gonna be sad that he put this back into our deck. We now have I think one eruption went off. Yeah, we have 19 eruptions. 9 of them are going to hit for 3, and 10 of them are going to be hitting for 2. Maybe I just trail mix. I don't know. What are we going to be spending our mana on if we do trail mix? Not a lot, right? The time for trail mix is kind of past this game, without any kind of clear plan of what we want to do. Maybe I actually do use Marin for card draw because of all the eruptions in the deck. 19 out of 32 cards is damage. Discover a spell. I need some healing. At least I think that's what I need. But yeah, maybe you just Marin for card draw.
I raise, you fold.
See if we can OTK our opponent here. Although, it looks like this is actually going to live another turn. It dies because our opponent is a lucky duckling? What are you talking about? So there is... It's not a full clear, but it has potential. Like with Aftershocks and Bash, I'm probably at a point where I need to clear this because I can't take all this damage. Let's see what spell we get here. Take this for a little bit more value later in the game. I think I bash here, Aftershocks, that'll leave this as a 3-1, but it's going to clear the rush minion that comes off of this. And I am going to trail mix this turn. What's the chances that I hit a Zilliax off of this guy right here?
No one's going to believe this.
Hey, you! Install these for me, won't you?
Alright, draw some eruptions. That is not an eruption. Alright, 15 mana, so I can start with the Marin and just draw cards. Yeah, let's do it. Drawing 3 cards when I have 19 eruptions in the deck? Surely I clear this board. And I'm going to take card draw again. I've got like cheap stuff that I can kind of dump my hand. Which I actually need to do a little bit of right now. I don't want to overdraw for sure. Play the lowest possible mana. Nice. Come on, man. Alright. Did they die? Never lucky, man. How come they didn't die? Ooh, healing and card draw. Still 12 eruptions in the deck. Giuseppe. This is what happens when you King Plush Incendius back into my deck after Bran has been played. He also put Bran back in my hand, but I'm pretty sure if you play this again, battle cries don't trigger 3 times. I wish it did, but I'm like almost like super duper positive that that's not the way it works. Are you serious, man? I'm gonna punch you in the face. Where's my eruptions? Deal 3 damage to a minion and the hero. That's 10, 12, I only need like 1 or 2 eruptions. How many, oh, I've got 10 cards in hand. Excavate a treasure. Start with the draw. Craftsman Hammer is lethal.
Take a load off. One shot is all I need.
Kind of disappointed that I didn't actually get the eruption lethal with so many eruptions in the deck. What a weird game. Reno Warrior versus Reno Hunter. We're slowly getting the play 30 mage card or play 30 druid cards done. Slowly. I feel like I'm having to think too hard with this deck, man. I had I won't say a long day at work, it was a standard day at work. But you know, sometimes you go to work, you come home, and you're like, I just want to, like, brain dead some Hearthstone. And unfortunately, that doesn't feel like the case. I'm, like, sweating, man.
Let your penance begin.
Against Paladin, I'm assuming it's going to be, like, Pipsy Paladin. That means they're going to be a little bit slow in the early game, as we are likely to be. I like the card draw, though. Definitely like having the card draw in hand. Also draw here. Hopefully this is not hand buff.
Tuned to perfection.
Hopefully this is not hand buff.
Candle butts lighter.
So we know they have a weapon. Is it Metal Detector or is it Painter's Virtue? It's Painter's Virtue. So we actually are against hand buff. We have a Brawl on 6. Our opponent full trades for some unknown reason. I think I actually just draw with the armor here, and I can forge this and play it on the following turn. Also, forging and playing this next turn is going to open up the Ignis weapon.
Do you have this in a bigger size? Job's done.
Alright, so we hit Brawl. I have a Garrosh Gift Brawl here, and there's another Garrosh Gift in this. So actually 3 Brawls in hand. What do they play?
I smell golden in their waters.
Gold Panner, and then they forge the mech.
I'm rich!
Trail Mix. The good news is I'm clearing this. So if I Trail Mix next turn, that's going to allow me a Ziliax on turn 7. A lot of cards in hand. With a lot of buffs. That is a lot of buffs. Like, Ziliax doesn't even remove these. Which is unfortunate. I kind of wonder if I need to go ahead and get out the other Garrosh Gift. But the problem is, like, you brawl and they still have a huge minion left on the board that hits you in the face. Trail Mix for the Ziliax isn't really doing a whole lot because of how big their minions are, but maybe it's good enough. There's also Executes in here if I need them. And the Ignis weapon is potentially like the 5-mana version.
Skewer, slice, or slash. How to decide?
So am I going to play Ignis or the Band Manager? I think I need the Band Manager, honestly.
Thousand needles!
This might be the last opportunity I have to be able to get out the other Garrosh's gift. And then we have options next turn. It's likely just going to be a Ziliax play. And based on what our opponent did earlier, I'm thinking they're actually going to take some kind of a trade here.
Toys are much more fun to bring.
The minions are so big. And I'm kind of needing to avoid, like, Deckhands and Leroy. Shield Slam, but no armor. If I Ziliax, I maybe even just double trade into this, and then if they have to take one trade and then hit here, it's pretty likely that they have some kind of rusher, though.
Skewer, slice, or slash? How to decide?
Ziliax now, and then on 8 mana. Is there any better option? 5 damage, Shield Slam, probably not good enough.
What to do?
They should definitely have a rusher at this point.
Picking up pace.
An unbuffed rusher.
You're gonna
Interesting.
love the way you look.
Oh. Well, never mind what I said then. They're a little bit low on cards, though. Like, these are heavily buffed. But I can brawl, and then as long as one of the damaged minions survives, then I can just execute with this. They're running out of stuff. Oddly enough, I feel like I'm low on health, even though I'm at 23. This is not a damaged minion, by the way. That's unlucky, to say the least. I just have to eat the non. There were 3 damaged minions and 2 healthy minions and a healthy minion one. It's actually, like, by far not the worst outcome I've ever had. This is getting tough, though. Like, I kind of have to draw again. Or, I'm sorry, not draw, but brawl again. And then the following turn, it's probably just going to be like a Marin card draw and hope that I hit a Reno. Again, they're low on stuff, and I don't think they have a whole lot of really buffed minions. Shield block, shield block. Shield slam to remove this. I'm still taking 14, though. Alright, so we brawl. This guy survives again.
I have little time.
I might actually just be dead here. I'm drawing the minions to try to thin my deck a little bit. It's unlikely that I would be able to hit Reno off of this. That's kind of the only thing that does anything. I'm just dead. If I brawl and the 1/1 survives, we're maybe in business. Alright, Hearthstone owes me after all these years.
Let me hear you make some noise!
Actually, Hearthstone genius. Hey, John. Yeah, I agree, man. Brawl, man. I'm out of brawls now, though. Appreciate you stopping by.
Salty is the best. Alliance power!
Never seen these before.
To perfection.
Also, not dead. What a gamer. Absolute gamer. I'm kind of like still just not dead here. Like I can bash. Bash weapon. I can even shield slam one of these, but it might be better to save the shield slam, although there's not a whole lot of armor to be had. They don't have any type of bloodlust effect, unless they're running a Crusader's aura, which would be really strange. I'm going to start with the Ignis here, and I'm going to check the 5-mana weapon. Damage to adjacent minions or lifesteal. Probably need the healing, unfortunately. Battlecry deal 4, and it has lifesteal. Kill this, hit here so that they can't draw. Scrapping, man, we're scrapping. Alright, that's another big buff. And that's a big minion. Where's my Reno at, man? Reno bottom 9? What are you talking about? Blade Storm's not doing it. Bash gives me 3 armor. It's so big, man. So I think I have to actually, like, play the Marin for card draw. I'm gonna burn a card, but I just have to have Reno or I'm dead, right? Actually, 6? It's a 6/8 though.
Slice or slash.
6,
How to decide?
3. It goes to 3, and then I can shield slam to remove it.
What to do?
And then that opens me up the following turn. I'm dead to Leroy. But I probably can't do anything about it. Discover a 3-cost card that costs 0. The belief system intrigues me.
I have little time. Scream for me. Scream for me.
Alright, well if I'm not dead, they have to make this trade then, right? 7 mana spell for shield slam. That's small.
You're gonna love the way you look.
Come on, man. I just died to Wind Fury. Is it still 1 out of 7? This is a lopsided game in that I'm over here like sweating bullets trying to figure out how I'm gonna kill, not die. And my opponent is like wiping the drool off of his face as he's just like spamming minions. I mean, it's still a strong deck, hand buff Paladin, but if you're going to play hand buff Paladin, make sure that you keep a towel at your desk, or wherever you are. You might be on a tablet or a phone, might be on a computer, however you enjoy Hearthstone. But you got to have a towel right there beside you so that you can clean the drool off your face when you're playing hand buff Paladin.
Blood and thunder.
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
Gaming, you say? Am I ever keeping Band Manager? That's got to be like the most moronic thing I've ever said out loud. I'd like to get the ramp out of it. What if I just keep my draw? Am I dead otherwise? Let's give it a try. Oh, we got the ramp. I like it. You just coin it out, right? Trade the coin for 1 mana every... I guess it's only for 1 turn. Maybe you save the coin here. They just used this, so if I actually coin the totem, it probably gets multiple draws, right? They would have to have second pop-up book. I think I like it. Because pretty much I'm going to need to draw into the brawls for the razzle-dazzle plays that they're going to be making at some point. My opponent likes to cheat mana. I also like to cheat mana. Man, this is a game... Oh my gosh, I wish I could get an early Bran. Because I've got ramp into... Ramp? Is it actually just Reno Shaman? It is. That's crazy, man. This drew 3 cards. Or is it 4? It drew 4 cards? It's like the greatest Needle Rock Totem in the history of Hearthstone. Am I ever just dead to, like, Wave of Nostalgia here? I don't like the Blade Storm. It does remove these. Super unlikely that they have Wave of Nostalgia, right? Like, I don't even know... I don't think Reno Shaman even plays that card, so I'm going to say that that's not a factor, and I'm just going to make a strong tempo play. It is Reno, and they have Shutter Block. Does that mean they Incendious next turn? I think that's what they've set up for here. So I guess I rock here, trade here. But the Incendious is really good for him. I mean, I can remove the Incendious. It might be super ugly, but even just like this and Blast Charge.
Doom?
What are we doing this? Nod cards in hand. And I can like hit here, hero power, and shield slam the Incendious, but the problem is, assuming they play it, they have 15 eruptions. Yeah. It's pretty obvious. A really good draw from him. If I had drawn Bran, it could have been me. Except I would only have 10 eruptions. The good news is, I'm not going to struggle to kill this, but it's just so much damage. You're the boss, boss. I mean, I can hit here. Hit here. Shield slam. And then I can get down the ham. On the plus side, we ate an 8 health minion. That's like, gotta be worth something, right? They still have mini Shutter Block in hand as well. Oh, here it comes. This is gonna be painful. Oh my gosh.
Everything is a
Man, I cannot tell you how many games of Reno Shaman I've played. I have never had this. I've never had anything close to this. Their eruptions now do 5 damage. And I'm just never killing them. Like, I can't even remove these because I don't have a brawl. Now, there's no way. That's crazy, man. I think I've got like 150 games on this deck. I've never even sniffed the setup that they had. Coin Shutter Block into Incendious into Mini Shutter Block Sasquatch. Who's feeling me on that one? I got this theory that Hearthstone is a game that at any given time, only half the people playing it are having fun.
My elements are frightful. Let your penance begin.
Keep the totem again. It worked out well last game. Definitely keep the ramp. Maybe not at any given time, but at certain moments, only half the people playing Hearthstone are having fun. Like right now, we're probably both having fun. It's kind of like when you're a kid growing up and it's the holidays. Visions of sugar plums dance in your head. That's how it is in the early turns, right? You're looking at all the possibilities of the things that you're going to get to do this game. But then later on, as the game matures, reality starts to set in. Reality of the situation that you're in. Again, the totem is going to draw multiple cards. I wonder, do they actually just do it again to remove the totem? Because if they do, that's like great. Yeah, I'll take it. Opponent -2 board space, lol. I wonder if I actually take the, against Shaman, I probably need the Viper. Because once that Alakir horn comes down, I need to break it. I was tempted to take the New Heights, but I think I'm really going to need the Viper this game. I need to be able to break their weapon once it comes down. Cliff Dive Shaman, so they're going to get insane minions off of the Evolves. Maybe they play the Cliff Dive and they hit like Captain Cookie and a Razzle Dazzle. Nah, don't do it, man. Just leave the 4/3. Thank you. My hand is unfortunate.
Candle, but slighter.
Hand is a little bit unfortunate. Draw a card sounds good, though. Brawl? There's no way I trade this. If I trade it, I may never see it again. Next turn, just Marin. Frosty Decor.
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
Right, I'm gonna set up some card draw here. This feels like a game where I'm really gonna need the Reno, and I'm gonna need it on the right turn. Like, it could even be a little bit too late, the big 10 mana unit. If they have Cliff Dive, I mean, assuming they just play the other slime. If it's Cliff Dive, it's fine. You'll be able to evolve the minions that come out. If it's Frosty Decor, you just jam that too. It's just like a strong tempo play. Now we see the beauty of my plan. So I'm going to be able to destroy their weapon. And then that's going to give me the card space that I need to be able to play the wand. It ends up being like a weak turn for my opponent here. I mean, they do remove the Marin, but that's not that big a deal. Zero mana Bran would be insane, like with these cards in hand. Ideally, I would like to have these cards cost 0 as well, but I guess you can't have everything. Good luck. I save the Aftershock. Let's go ahead and forge here. I guess I'll just tempo this out. Although, how bad is it to just burn a card here? Maybe I should have like hit here and played the Aftershock.
I have little time.
It's gonna take the burn. Probably only 2 cards that really matter if they burn. But I think the play was actually like hit here, Aftershocks. Leaves me a 3-1 and then a 5-2 on the other side. If I burn Reno, it's probably just a shame concede. So I think if I'm them, I evolve the Walking Mountain, I let the Dazzler go back in the deck. And it's probably going to be a Brawl play from my side. Brawl, and then I can take the Ignis weapon. Come on, man, just kill the 1/1. What are you doing? Evil Seum. This is like an evil Colosseum. I've got actually some bad potential outcomes on the Brawl here, but yeah, burning the Goblet, it's not awful, but probably one of the better burns, actually. Alright, let me see that 1/1 frog. The 7/7? I think I gotta go big here. 10 mana weapon. Lifesteal. Is it Lifesteal armor? It's probably Lifesteal and summon a random 8, right? I mean, this should be enough to keep me in the game. Likely not running a Viper, just because nobody runs a Viper in this deck. Oh, the Reno was so bad, man. It's forged. I might need to try to set up a turn where I can get armor, so that the Sanitize clears a lot. Do they draw here? I think they draw. What else are you doing? Yeah. Okay. Can I get 3 additional armor? I guess I can go like Alloy Advisor, Aftershocks, and then Sanitize. And then that's probably going to be good enough to allow me to equip the weapon next turn. This gives me quite a bit of breathing room. If you squint, we're actually at full health. See what they do here. Cliff dive. Alright, well they get 0 value out of the Coligarn. I really think you're supposed to let this go back into your deck, but they may evolve. That's unfortunate. Doesn't super matter. I hope they don't play another small minion. Bladestorm almost totally clears this, although I don't have any way to remove the stuff that's left. So I Brawl. This is their last Cliff Dive, by the way. Like, they're kind of running out of stuff here, so I think I Brawl. And as long as this isn't the winner,
What to do?
I'm in pretty good shape. We're gonna find out how lucky I am. Usually I lose these. You cannot be serious, man. Bladestorm first, then Brawl. I shouldn't have to Bladestorm first, then Brawl. It's a 20%.
Your prowess delights me.
It's a 20% play, man. Like, you don't even think about it. You just jam the play. %. And that stuff happens all the time. It's not even like a true 20%. It's like 90% that you just lose the game on the spot because Hearthstone hates me. And then you just lose the 1 out of 5s repeatedly all day long. And then you realize that probability isn't science. It isn't anything other than hogwash to make people feel better about themselves.
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
Assault. Chief blows. 1 out of 5. I wish they had like stat trackers inside the game so that you could look up and see how many times have I lost a 1 out of 5. Probably gonna bash no matter what, so that I can set up a turn 3 Aftershocks. But just bash here, that way it's a guaranteed death. Or is it better to forge? What are they doing on turn 3? They're probably not developing a board that's going to not die, so I think I like the forge here. Unfortunate, shrug the loss and move on. You gotta rant first, Chaos. You gotta get like a quality rant. You make yourself sound totally unhinged, like you're just an absolute doofus, and then you're ready to move on. That's what I like to do. You should hear, or it would be interesting if you could be a fly on the wall, some of the speeches, the Hearthstone-related speeches that I've given to my family. That's unfortunate. It actually really hurts here, but I guess it's fine. in true YouTube content. It's not even YouTube content, man. This is like my life. Like, I'll stand up from my desk and start pacing around, go make a fresh cup of coffee. And all of a sudden, things have gotten, like, really, really sad here for me. Fortunately, I do have options. That's nice. Look at my health, though, but they've already used one healing. What if I just hit lethal with this? Get another rock, double rock face. Probably a bit of a pipe dream. 7-7? You can't be serious. Alright, so... a rock here. Bellowing flames. We get the perfect board clear. May have been better to try to, like, take the chances to leave the 4-1 up, because it's dealing 3 to them every turn, but if they top deck second Infernal, I just look like a moron. They actually just top deck Giant. That's great. Opponent is super skilled. Look at this. I have Ziliax next turn, but I have to not die, which is not possible, I guess. Maybe the healing is just enough. Return a minion to its owner's hand. I think that's actually insane. Pretty sure your opponent might run Popgar as well. Yeah, I guarantee they're running Popgar. That's definitely a card in Painlock. But the good news is, I'm going to be able to Ziliax next turn. The Giant's going to come back down. I probably double bump the Giant. Assuming I'm able. They'll be able to sleep one Ziliax. They play the Giant and the 4-4. Or the 4-mana 6-6. Do they double Giant? Ooh, they actually waste the Badlands Jail Charge on a 2-2. I guess they had to because I'm almost killing them. And just like that, we're winning!
Impressive. You win this time.
Pain lockdown. We had to get really lucky off of the excavate there, so I guess that's Hearthstone kind of returning the favor after I lost the 1-in-5 brawl. Nicely done, thank you. Hearthstone made everything right. Although you have to play to your outs to be able to benefit from stuff like that, so...
My plans are
There
coming
is
to
that. Another
fruition.
Warlock? I don't even know if I keep the Armorer against Warlock. If I knew it was, maybe you actually keep the weapon. I kind of assume that it's Pain. If it's, Insanity Lock, that changes quite a bit. I really hate not keeping this, but not knowing what I'm up against, I don't think I can afford to. His hand is a little bit heavy. This at least gives us something to do, though. Maybe it's actually time to... It is Pain. Maybe it is actually time to put the Badlands cat in here. For the extra brawl. at 7 mana. Draw the hammer anyway.
Fascinating.
2 coins. So next turn I can go this and hammer. They're choosing to kill themselves. Interesting. Next turn I probably have to swing into this and take the damage and blast charge. Like I can't let them get low enough to start playing free giants. Like I need the game to go a little bit longer. Unfortunately, Painlock is really good at making these boards that just deal tons of damage. And when you're playing Reno, you're kind of like shortchanging your own ability to be able to remove minions because you got a bunch of 1-ofs. Ooh. As we continue to extend the game. Problem is, like, I'm not drawing stuff that's playable now, I'm drawing stuff that's playable on turns that I may not even get to.
Let's show these fine folks of Badlands hospitality.
And that's insane. Why am I drawing? It's like my deck was put in order with the most expensive stuff first. This was a weak turn from him though, so I guess it's not all bad, but we're kind of coming to a point where I need playables. There's only 2 cards left in the deck that would be totally unplayable this next turn. So that is a 2 out of 22. And we hit probably the... not the worst, but certainly not what I wanted. Probably gonna have to brawl next turn. I guess I could play the sleep. Do they have giant? Oh, the giant is free.
The entertainment has arrived.
Alright, so I just need the 7/7 to not win this brawl. Question is, can I afford to draw cards, or do I need to gain armor here? I think I have to draw cards. They're basically not killing me from hand. Some of these people do run Leroy, so there's Leroy and Popgar, which I would be dead to if this survives. Kinda need to draw cards, I think.
What now?
Although, I need something to do on turn 8 that's not this, that's like better. But I'll be able to play the Alloy Advisor. So maybe I do just gain armor here. Just need to not die. 1 mana, gain 5. Alright, well I was hoping the 2/1 would survive. Although this actually doesn't do anything because they have the location. 6/6, okay. Well. I mean, I'm basically seeing that we're not dead. They're going to location this. I'm going to be able to Zilliax, and then I'm going to follow it up with a Reno. So we're actually hanging in there really well against Pain Warlock. Second game in a row, by the way. Which I'm kind of surprised, because... number 1, we had a bad draw. Number 2, I would expect this deck to be bad into Painlock. But we fighting. Fighting and cooking all at the same time. You're a One Piece fan? We're basically Sanji. Oh, how bad is this for me? I need to not... Okay, there's a chance that that is just ridiculously bad. Like Blood Treant. Super high chance that that's bad. I wish I knew what their other two options were. That's like crazy that's their choice. So I'm expecting like location here and then 11 face. And then they're going to be like super sad when I play the Zilliax next turn. I'm going to heal back to full. Is it a giant? It is one giant. But they're still going to have to go through these the hard way. And I've got Reno. First, I Reno to health. Then, I Reno to board. Alright, what you got? I kind of wish they would play like second giant. They're pretty reliant on the Symphony of Sins to be able to win this game. Draw 6 is a good way to start the turn. But I mean, if they play second giant, it's probably just like Reno, no question here. Trolley problem. They could double trolley problem and still be able to push 8 face. They're gonna draw again. I just feel like I should have enough this game. Okay, so they do still push 8. The question is, do I have to Reno here? Can I do something else? That's 11. They had Popgar. Would be 19. And then I'm dead to a thing. I guess I have to Reno. I would like to be able to New Heights here, but I think I have to just Reno. And considering they drew 6, they could potentially have like the deal 6 damage hero, deal 6 all characters. Like they potentially just have a lot of burst now, so I have to play carefully. Reno also gets rid of the location, which means this next turn is going to wake up and then they're going to have to punch through it, which is going to give me more armor. And honestly, their deck is so low, maybe I just jam the boss. Well, they have to play Infernal. Or they have to have the, Okay. That's fine, like, I don't mind this at all. This isn't that bad either. It's not that bad. I think I just jam it. Just go ahead and shoot this and jam the boss. I mean, I've got healing and card draw. I've got this. Like, if they clear the board, I can even make this big enough here to be able to remove their other giants. I feel like we're still just in a good spot. Trolley problem is fine. That's less than fine. Uh... Hmm. It just clears, right? This... I can forge first. I do have to hit here, but I clear their board. Trail mix. Oh man, where's them bombs? Feels like our opponent just doesn't want to concede, which I kind of understand, but I really don't think they're winning this. Like, they have no more healing here. Or, I guess, well, they do have healing in the form of this. Actually, I'm kind of almost dead here. Shield slam with no way to gain armor. Come on, man. Instead of minion stats to 6/7. Well, it's enough to keep me alive for the moment, but I'm like out of removal here. They're just not drawing the bombs. And all of a sudden I feel like I'm losing. That's big. Oof, come on game, you're killing me. Like literally I'm dead. Oh, hit the 9-10. Nice. Draw another one. Perfect. I don't feel like I'm losing anymore. Push 8 face. The boss. Bomb boss is coming in hot. You're the boss, boss. It's literally the whole reason why you play this deck, right? Bomb boss Throgan. Literally the whole reason why you play this deck. I have to actually play the taunt here in case... I've seen some of these people run Leroy, which I would just be dead to, so I need a taunt.
Always room for dessert.
And do I preemptively trail mix for next turn? I guess there's no reason not to. Yeah, so they actually don't have any minions left in their deck.
You
Man. That's insane. Actually exact lethal after a game that long. I've never seen a Painlock play a game that's that long. That's wild. So back and forth, man. There were so many times where I felt like I just had the game under control, and then I didn't. I don't know that there's anything different that I would do with the deck at this point. You could maybe put Grifter back in, but I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like down on that card a little bit, but maybe it's worth trying. Band Manager's not been super great. Hammer hasn't really been all that good. Like the card draw. Card draw. Alloy Advisor hasn't been outstanding either. Grr. Alright, we'll put Grifter back in the deck. I'm just like personally biased against Grifter. Alright, I'm going to sneak away to the restroom for a quick break here. I will be right back. We're going to queue up some more games.
Denatrius versus
Oh, it's another
Uther.
Pally.
Glory to the Alliance.
I wonder if this is the Pipsy or if it's... Only played one Paladin today. And it was a hand buff Paladin. Ramp in hand, ramp in hand. This is what we're up against though.
The light dims, but we fight.
Kinda looks like hand buff. We'll get in there 1-3.
Make some noise!
Reporting for duty.
Candle Mudslider.
The Rusher? Problem is, I'm not really doing anything next turn. I don't want to hit here because then they can just double trade to kill this. I'm probably not going to get any value out of it anyway, but they think I'm going to get value, so maybe they overreact to it. But I want to hold on to the coin here. I mean, this is a Ziliax on turn 6. If I play my cards right. If I play my cards right. This is gonna die. Gorgon Zormu, you say?
Louder in the back!
Kinda looking to see if I wanted a trail mix now, but there's nothing to do next turn with it. I wonder is it ever worth going Viper in this matchup? Or do I just want ramp? Like maybe I take the New Heights. By New Heights on 5, that means I'm not going to be going Ziliax on Actually, that just lines up perfectly. Play this on 4.
Turn down that racket.
Well, that's a card. I see your 4/4, and I call. I think I'd rather have the ramp than the additional brawl. So next turn, I can go New Heights and Trail Mix, and then I'll see where I'm at. Could be just like a coin Ziliax play. If I get lucky and top deck one of the boys, they're going in.
I smell golden in their
Gold
waters.
Panner? What is this, like hand buff paladin that didn't draw any buffs?
The light dims, but we
I don't know what it looks like.
Keep on panning.
I mean, Aftershocks is a full clear here. Kinda don't want their card draw. Could just Marin next turn.
What to do? What to do?
I can't Aftershocks and New Heights. I can coin Marin next turn anyway. I think I kind of want to clean this up. It's like Aftershocks trade, but maybe it's actually better to wait.
How to decide?
Let's go New Heights Trail Mix. Get the Ziliax in play, and then that kind of frees me up for the Marin.
I have little time. I can't hear you.
I do let him draw a card like this, which I don't like, but there's potential that I have to entirely change my play here as well. Oh wow, Crusader Aura. So I was not expecting that. So I'm glad that I set up the Ziliax play.
Keep on panning.
I think I need to shut down their card draw here, rather than just kill the bigger minion. So they have to go through this the hard way. Full heal. Grifter Mind Control could be good this game.
The toy store belongs to the Titans. You have a fraction of my
Oh no, my Zilly. It's probably correct to just full clear, right? Next turn I can go this with the wand and coin, so I can go Aftershocks. It's actually not a full clear, but clears quite a bit. I could Brawl here, but I feel like I'm going to need to save the Brawl. So Aftershocks leaves up these two guys. I can Blade Storm to remove the bigger one. It lets me preserve the Brawl. Next turn this is a 5/9. I'm going to be playing the Marin. I think it's fine. Well, I wasn't accounting for the health that it was losing. Maybe it's actually a Shield Slam, because I'm probably never going to have enough armor to get good value out of the Shield Slam. Could have considered coining the Blade Storm, but I really want the Marin coin wands next turn. And hopefully hit something really nice. So this is like Showdown Paladin, it's not even hand buff, which makes sense that they didn't have buffs early in the game. This should be the last turn, right? Yeah, this is the last turn.
One dose solves any problem.
Hello.
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me. No matter the danger, I'll always chase a good discovery.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
Reporting for
Must move quickly. Skewer, slice, or slash? How to decide? I have little time.
I smell golden in their waters. Keep on panning.
I have little time.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
And Hilda versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Eternity draws nearer.
One dose solves any problem.
Let me hear you make some noise! I smell gold in them there waters. Keep on panning. Louder in the back! Keep on panning.
One dose solves any problem.
Keep on panning.
A limited time offer.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance. 100% real, fake gold.
And Hilda versus Nazoth.
All eyes shall be opened.
Eternity draws nearer.
job's done.
This party is to die for.
The beginning and the end.
Who shall be victorious? You have proven yourself.
Sinatria!
Well, that was unfortunate.
Versus Khadgar!
Another 25% brawl that costs me the game.
Let your penance begin.
Up against Mage here as well, that's also not good. Hearthstone on the fritz, as usual. Come on, man. I would like to be able to play. I mean, you know. Come on, man. You're killing me. Man, Hearthstone is so buggy right now.
Nice to meet you. I have little time.
Elemental Mage. Another matchup where I'm going to be dependent on Brawl giving me a good outcome. It's probably not looking good here. I actually just have to... Trail Mix Incendious. I probably should have played Trail Mix this turn, but unfortunately, with Hearthstone lagging, I came back with a fast-burning rope that was down here. It still looks like still looks like I'm disconnecting this particular game as well. I have a feeling the rope gets down to here and then it just continues to burn. I probably need to restart the client. Hearthstone, Hearthstone. Oh, they actually just didn't do anything. Maybe they're having the same issues I am. Just gonna get the Incendious down. The other bad thing about Reno Warrior, if your opponent does disconnect, it's gonna take a long time before you can actually kill him. Because your deck is just doing a lot of nothing. Alright, it's the start of the win streak. Man, we would have to have a massive win streak just to get back to a 50% win rate with this deck. It's absolutely awful. And from what I understand, it's one of the most popular decks in the game at all ranks.
Garrosh versus Thrall.
Or...
Blood and thunder. Victory or death.
what's the right way to say it? When you look at Hearthstone as a whole, this is one of the most popular decks.
Let me hear you make some noise.
But I'm sure there's a lot of rank brackets where you would just never see it. The value. The value. We're also riding the emotional high as our opponent probably thinks that we're Odin Warrior. Only 28 turns to go. We've got a 28 turn lethal that we've set up here expertly. And this is crazy. Actually, if I shield bash face, or bash face, it gets a lot better than the, a lot better than a 28 turn lethal. It's a 25 turn lethal. Kitty cat, my good luck charms. Just in time. So they must have hit... Ooh, premium top deck. Doesn't matter. Our opponent is doing just as little as we are. Well, if they play Wave of Nostalgia here, I'm like so mad. But nobody actually plays that card anymore, right? So I'm expecting this to be Hagatha. That means they also have a Razzle Dazzle in hand.
Double, double, toys in trouble.
They killed it! So, the Bellowing Flames actually doesn't clear the board here. Lone Ranger, you say? I want to draw cards. Bring to me good cards. Actually, Marin is okay. Probably don't want to draw again. Because I want to get the Marin down for card draw, I think. A little bit unfortunate. But I think it's fine. It's not worth it to Blade Storm here.
Strike a pose.
Oh. Nice timing. Alright, well, Hearthstone made our play for us. First Dazzler down, so they should have some combination of Cliff Dive and Frosty Decor stuff in hand. Second Dazzler. Blade Storm removes 2. I can like bash and blast charge. I'll be able to play Reno on like a cliff dive turn. It's gonna be a little bit ugly, but I kind of don't want to lose my armor because of the shield slam being in hand. I'm just gonna do it. Give him a 1/6. That's crazy. We're up to 49 health. So I think next turn, unless they make like some insane board, it's probably just Marin Wand. And hope that I hit like Ban, the Boss, and Incendious. They've already played both Razzle Dazzlers, so like this is really weak. I think we're perfectly fine to just go ahead and make the Marin play. Grifter, Shield Block. Yeah, so that was an absolutely terrible wand. Thanks for nothing. Ignis is interesting, though. I'd likely get that down next turn.
Candle but slighter.
Not that good for this particular deck. Kitty cat, I need all the good luck that you've been storing up all day today. Because right now I'm playing some 31% win rate Hearthstone. Ow, you bit me! Kitty cat, loving you is so painful. Well, I just got bit by my good luck charm. So I think that means we're probably losing this game. So my opponent just hit me for 14, which is really exciting. I probably need the 10 damage Ignis weapon. And I think I want to play Ham here. Maybe I can eat one of their really good minions. Yeah, none of this is really all that good. I guess Immune. And an 8-cost minion. Gonna get down the Ham, and I think I actually... Maybe they got bored. I was gonna make the Marin into a 2/6 so that way I could trade without killing it. It's amazing, man. Don't get mad at me. It's really not fair. But when you have the 11-star bonus, you literally just hit Legend without even trying. Like, you still gain ranks no matter what. No matter how bad your win rate is. Hey, Kel. Nice to see you. He had to go poop? I don't know, man. I mean, don't you just take your phone or your tablet with you?
Eternity draws near.
Even if you're playing on PC. Actually, I'm not sure. If you, like, disconnect from a game on yeah, I've done it before. You can disconnect from a game on PC and reconnect on a different device and get back into the same game. So that's no excuse.
Job's done.
You're the boss, boss. This is literally the only reason to play this deck.
Eyes on the horizon!
Insane value.
Can't stand the cold.
We ramp. We're getting closer. Again, like, the problem is that, like, this, and especially the brand, you do nothing this turn, and you hope for a payoff, like, in a couple of turns down the line. So it's fun, but it's also really weak, and can potentially cost you the game. I think I'm just drawing cards here. Let's draw some cards.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Job's done.
Reno's nice. Having a Brawl in hand is going to be good. The problem, I guess, is going to be the Razzle Dazzlers, but this is Frost Death Knight. They're not super fast. We just need to be able to handle their big boards. Kitty cats, why are you attacking me? The cost of having my good luck charm in my lap is, like, a lot of pain. Oh, that's a lot of damage, man. A lot of damage. I really need to bash this to get rid of it. And honestly, I think I just Incendious here. It's basically like healing for 10. They're going to put a lot of effort into removing this.
Worthy or
And if they can't actually kill it, and it buffs the eruptions again, it's just really solid.
Nothing can touch my house.
And the location is so good. How much damage this is.
You have earned an eternity of torment.
That's unfortunate. This is another card, like you play it now and it does nothing. You hope to get the payoff later in the game. But it's only 4 mana versus like 8 for Throgun and the Brand. Also, they put 10 damage into a minion. Premium top deck, by the way. And I'm still almost dead. So I died a Marrow Manipulator and location. Do they have it? No, they don't have that, but they have double Corpse Sickle down with the ship, and I die. The location is so much damage, man. If you play the location as a Death Knight when you're ahead on the board, and you can repeatedly open it and reuse it, it's so good, so much damage. It's a board clear, it's face damage, it like does it all. They actually wasted 4 mana on a Helia that did absolutely nothing. And we still just died.
Anhilda versus Arthas.
Incendious is really the same way. If you can't protect yourself long enough,
draws nearer.
Storm's probably not good enough. I like card draw, but so many of the minions that you draw are going to be so expensive that you can't play them. The Dream. We have the coin. Now I just need a trail mix. I can get this down on turn 5. Even then, it might still be too slow. Like, I could already be dead by turn 5. 8 mana to play a 2/4. Also, there's really not even all that many battle cries to be able to take advantage of. The ones that are here are really powerful. There's just not that many. So I guess that means this is either Reno Death Knight or Blood Death Knight. I guess I'm lucky that they didn't hit the Brand. Can you imagine if they pull a 8 mana 2/4? Interesting. 7, 8, but again, like if I'm not safe, I'm gonna trade here. Like the damage on the enemy hero doesn't do anything. Like I just kind of need to not die until I can get to my fun stuff. I want to try to draw a trail mix, I think. Be able to get something out a little bit early.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Those are not trail mix. I mean, I can go turn 5 hammer. Maybe that's good enough to hold my opponent in check. Also, like, the armor gain from this is going to be beneficial if I have to sanitize.
Heads up, drinks on your way.
My opponent is extremely good at Hearthstone. Is it ever a 1-mana Ignis weapon here? I bump this.
Worthy or unworthy?
Play here. There's a couple of cards that would allow me to remove more stuff. But I'm going to lose all my armor. Going for the 1-mana Ignis weapon. Hit adjacent minions. Battlecry deal 2. That's what I was looking for.
Time is fleeting.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Well, that was a stupid thing to do. Just pretend like you didn't see it and it never actually happened. Assuming they take the wand and play it next turn. Here's the trail mix, man. You're like 1 turn too late. 1 turn late.
There's always room for dessert. It burns within us.
ETC. So that means it is Reno? I need them to hit really bad stuff, like the way I hit bad stuff.
Well, looking for a standoff?
They hit Reno, man. It's just such a slap in the face. An absolute slap in the face. They hit a 10-mana card. I do it, and I hit like a total of 5 mana on 3 different cards. Absolute slap in the face. All my armor is gone. Could even be like a counter spell or an ice trap that will disallow me to play the Bran. Absolutely awful. I think I'm frustrated enough that I just do it. Like, at this point, who cares? My opponent got a free Reno.
No matter the danger, I'll always chase a good discovery. Face death!
Job's done.
I think I'm kind of over Reno Warrior. Like, this is insane, man. Honestly, it's not even this deck. It's the fact that my opponent can play Wand and hit Reno. When I play Wand, I can't hit, like, anything relevant or usable. And, like, even now, I mean, am I gonna play this? Ooh, 6 bombs. And then just die? Hearthstone hates me. And they're so far ahead that they just spend a ridiculous amount of resources to remove a 2/4, and I'm losing to this. Largely
Fast here.
because of the wand. I'm just dead anyway. I have died.
Worthy or unworthy?
I mean, the hero power sanitize clears the board. I need my opponent to have a weak turn so that I can play the boss. But I don't think it's going to happen. And if they just play like one minion here and it's something that I can kill with a shield slam bomb boss, then I'm okay. But it's probably like a Razzle Dazzler. They are Reno though, so that means they only have one. Maybe they don't have it. You know, it is a Reno deck. They've only drawn 17 cards, so they don't absolutely have to have the Razzle Dazzler and the Marin and the Reno. Still just basically dead, right?
Worthy or unworthy?
Hearthstone is trolling me.
Your valor prevails.
Hey man, when is it my turn? When is it my turn to high roll? I expect Hearthstone to make this up to me this next game. That means, like, win trade? Nah, win trade doesn't even make it up. Like, who cares whether you win or lose the game? I need, like, massive amounts of shenanigans to go my way this game. And if not, I'm going to hold it against the developers personally for as long as I live.
Let me survey there.
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
What is this? Bit 216? Why not switch it up with another Reno deck? Heard Reno Mage is pretty decent. Chaos. I gotta be honest with you, man. The person that told you that Reno Mage is pretty decent is probably the same person that told me that Reno Warrior is decent. Nah, I'm trolling. I wanted to try out the Reno Warrior just because my understanding is that this is like one of the most popular decks overall in all of the game. So I thought I would check it out. But I think people are just... There's like a couple of fun cards. And... honestly, I think there's a significant portion of the player base that doesn't care whether or not they win or lose games. They just want to have fun. Which, honestly, is probably... these are the people that you should envy. Ouch, you're probably right. Probably getting trolled on that advice. Light trolling. Interesting. I've got the new heights, I've got the trail mix, but I don't have anything to actually ramp into. This is where I need to top deck, like, Bran into other stuff, and I just don't, huh? Get in there, 1-3. Looks like Reno Shaman. Yeah, Reno Shaman, honestly, is a bad deck. But it's a better Reno deck than this is. This stuff's just too expensive. So if it's Reno Shaman, the Doc Holiday weapon is going to get, like, a lot of minions. And if they have, like, a Wind Horn, also this. But I'm going a different route. Probably going to regret this at some point, but I'm just going for massive amounts of mana because I want to be able to play fun stuff. Instant coin Windhorn. It doesn't super matter. This is again Hearthstone trolling me. So check this out, man. Have you guys ever... Let's say you're... Let's draw cards. Let's say you're at your house and you're talking about, you know, buying something. Ooh. And then, like, you get on your phone, and all of a sudden you're getting served ads for the items that you were just talking about. Like, has that ever happened? I know it has, because it's happened to me and several other people that I know. Hearthstone is like that. Like, when you're speaking out loud, your speaker is picking up what you're saying, and then Hearthstone is using that information to absolutely troll. Alright, but this is the best opportunity that I have to be able to do this. Hopefully I don't just die here from, like, a massive amount of damage. I'm at 40, so it shouldn't happen. Also, I can, like, double wand. What's the chances that I hit Reno or Ziliax? Or, to a lesser extent, Bomb Boss. Alright.
This party is to die.
Was that intentional?
5s and 6s are really bad right now. Like, 4s are really good. But after 4, you gotta go for 7. For me, I get recommended YouTube videos on the algorithm based on searches on Google and social media. Yeah, it's like all tied together, man. It's just like massive spyware on everything you do from all these companies. The responsible play is probably to brawl here, but earlier today I brawled and this won, and it was an instant concede. Double wand puts me to 8 cards. I can still play one. Look at all the bad draws I can actually hit. Alright, I'm doing it. I like had a game where I was actually able to play this. So I'm doing it. What if it's just Wand Crown?
I must act soon.
I'm gonna do this first. Are you kidding me? I'm actually just dead here. Yep, Bloodlust died. If I go for the wand, I hit nothing. I guess I should have brawled. I can't complain because I even said the responsible play is to brawl. That doesn't happen if I brawl, but brawling isn't fun. This deck is supposed to be fun. When do I start having fun? I'm gonna go and start just tweeting at random people. When is it my turn to have fun? When do I start having fun? Look at this, man. 29% win rate deck. Although, to be fair, like that last game, I basically threw on purpose because I didn't brawl, even when I knew I should have.
Victory or death!
I'm gonna keep the weapon. This is actually a decent hand if it's against aggro. I just need to be able to buy time to get to, like, the stronger stuff. Dude, anybody that actually plays this deck is omega trolling, though. Also, like, look at all the legendaries that are in it. If you choose...
Let me hear you make some noise!
to go out and play this deck, it's on you. It is not on me. What do they do on turn 3? Like, the Bellowing Flame should just about be able to clear the board here. Like, tap pass. Bellowing Flame does clear the board. I eat a lot of damage here, though. And if they play a minion, it's no longer a board clear. Oh, is it the buff? Buff is bad. Oh, it's a Spirit Bomb. Okay. Well, that means they're trying to get out a Giant. I do clear the board now. There's the Giant. I was kind of hoping for double Giant and then, like, Grifter Mind Control trade. Ooh. Lead Storm, huh? I'm so close to just being dead here. Maybe the play is actually still just Grifter, Mind Control this, and trade. Take the 8 healing. Kind of buys a little time. Could just weapon and swing. Try to set up like a shield slam. The problem is, you never find like an individual card like that on a Reno deck. They're going to hit me for 10, but I still have the potential Grifter, like Mind Control, to be able to heal for 8. I would really like for this to die, though. If they heal, they lose their ability to be able to play another free Giant as well. The Zilly? Man, I am so dead. Ignis.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could!
Man. No matter what random thing I've tried to lean into today, it's just been like this. If you're going to be playing Reno Warrior, number 1, expect to lose. Number 2, it's a bad deck. Number 3, it's expensive. Don't craft these cards. Number 4, you need to be lucky. You got to get lucky with Brawls. You got to get lucky with Grifter. It's a sad situation.
Garrosh versus Fireheart.
Surf's up.
Victory or death!
Versus Shaman. You're the boss, boss. Worthless. So this actually is points out one of the things that I say pretty frequently about Hearthstone when new cards are revealed. Once you start to see cards that cost like 8 mana, they typically don't see play or any meaningful play outside of Druid. And Druid specifically because of their ability to be able to ramp and play the cards earlier than intended. But for every other class, I mean, the average Hearthstone game is only like 7 turns. And then especially when you have a card like this that does nothing the turn that you play it, you're basically skipping turn 8.
Do you have this in a bigger size? Job's done.
Like, I'm in a situation where I'm probably going to have to brawl on turn 5 against what's kind of looking like Reno Shaman, but I can't just sit here and take this damage to the face every single turn. I guess it's not Reno. I still have to brawl. No hesitation. The 2/2 wins. I misspoke, the Ziliax wins. It's a cookie! Unfortunately, I didn't hit any pirates here. But I'm still just dead. That's crazy. Do nothing all game and die? What's that all about? Probably still just reasonably dead here. I mean, 2 armor versus this. If they have any way to buff their attack at all, like a Turning the Tides, I'm just dead.
You're wasting your time.
They always choose rock. They always choose rock. They always choose rock. they took rock. Everybody always takes rock, man. I died. It doesn't even matter, man. They always take rock. I actually won this game because I won the rock, paper, scissors. That's hilarious, man. Man, when my kids were younger, I told my youngest son, who was like, how old were you, like 3 or 4? He says he was 7. I think he was younger than that.
What? For what?
The rock, paper, scissors story. But so I told him, I said, listen, go challenge his older brother, 5 years older than he is. I said, listen, go challenge your older brother to rock, paper, scissors. He always starts with rock. Play paper, and it's a guaranteed win. And so he walks over and challenges his brother, and his brother plays rock. He actually played paper, as I recommended, and he won. It was so funny, man. I was like dying laughing.
Serves any problem.
Can't but slight.
Actually, rock, paper, scissors world champion here. Also known as Quartz Parchment Shears. Oh, nice. I like it. Need to ramp. So they're playing Egg Hunter. I actually played this quite a bit yesterday. I think I went basically 50-50 with it. Maybe a little bit under 50% win rate. It's very dependent on the cards that you draw off of Egg.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Get this off the board. Hand might actually be good if I can eat like the King Plush. But, you know, if they've got King Plush here, it goes a long way to winning the game. Hollow Hound, like a cheap Hollow Hound, can be really good with the Always Bigger Jormungandr and the Parasite to be able to buff the attack. And in a lot of situations, Mukla can actually be pretty good as well. You just have to be careful with it. It depends on what they got off of the egg. They do hit the Mukla. That is a big monkey. $50-50.
There's always room for dessert.
No big pickaxe!
Need a Hollow Hound. That's not bad. I guess this is a bait and switch.
Shout it from the mountain.
Yeah, look at the value. The value is insane. Hmm. 10 cards in hand. Guess I'm gonna need the Aftershocks here. I do think it has to be a bait and switch, right? Oh, it's an ice trap. But I'd already tested for ice trap. What's that all about? So I needed to hit here. This is another game that we're just losing, by the way. Because our deck doesn't actually do anything. Look at all the eggs.
My hand is too full.
So they've actually got a secret package in their version of the deck. King Flush. No surprise there. But, I mean, you can imagine with this deck, if you draw the King Plush early and you just can't get it off of eggs, it's like a draw order deck. Just inconsistent. They're probably having the time of their life this game, though. I'm gonna be dead to second King Plush. I can feel it. They don't have second King Plush, I can Reno, but I'm still probably just not winning this game. Oh! They generated a second one. How about that? Another loss. And a buggy Hearthstone client. Come on, man. I really hope they can fix this in a patch, like, relatively soon. Like, the slowdowns and the freeze-ups, it's the worst it's ever been. It is the absolute worst. Oh, I think it's doing something. Oh, that's just me. That's just me doing something. Next slide, please. Also don't... Oh, check it out, man. We're actually getting the quest done. Like, one card at a time. Free! The heck is this? This is the new purple overlay for Hearthstone, look. I can actually hear the tavern, but I can't see the tavern. Hearthstone, where are you? Man, you're gonna force me to reveal my ancient overlay that's underneath Hearthstone. Secrets that should never be shared. Alright, it looks like I'm going to have to restart the client here. And I think this is probably a good opportunity to end the Reno Warrior experiment. 20 games, 25% win rate. That's pretty crazy. Man.
Go on and enjoy your vacation.
There's been a mistake. I wanted to download the non-buggy version of Hearthstone. What's our achievements? Easy. Alright, I'm going to switch off of this garbage Reno Warrior, but I'm going to stick with Warrior and play a little bit of Mech Warrior here. Mech Warrior is... Honestly, for me, I would say that Mech Warrior is more fun than the Reno Warrior, and it's also just a better deck. Better, but probably still not good. It depends on what you're facing. And how much time you have to be able to get to your, like your Ziliacs and your taunt minions and whatnot. Oof.
Garrosh versus Elise.
And it's probably really bad against Druid.
Victory or death!
Nothing better than, like, massive losing session into change deck into probably Reno Druid that has everything. This is looking like it's going to be a classic. On the plus side, we do have Ziliacs in here. Now we just need to hit the chemical spill. Cube is nice.
Listen here!
Top deck new heights, please. Oh, it's... Wow, okay. Perfect. Ask and you shall receive. So this is spell damage, Druid. I can respect it. I should actually play some of this deck. It's fun too. I watched a streamer play like 10 games of Spell Damage Druid. They had Mista Vista on turn 5 like every game for 10 straight games. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I like it. I go to play the game. I played like 7 games. I never drew Mista Vista a single time, and I only drew Alonius once in 7 games.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet master.
This is interesting. I'm not used to seeing this in Owl Druid. I guess they're trying to get like a cheap copy of Owl. Oh, wow. That's actually crazy. And I can't kill this thing. I think they've already drawn all their minions, though, unless there's something funny going on. Ooh, there's something funny going on. I have no idea what I'm playing against now, then. Maybe there's more minions than I'm remembering in this deck. But they have a lot of 1-mana minions, so if they have... But they've already used their funnel cakes. Oh, okay. It's actually just this deck. That's still pretty good, though. On the other hand, I have Cube, and, like, repeated Ziliax is just going to eat up their big minions. We might actually be favored in this matchup. What the heck, man? Keckum Wreckum? Probably just have to brawl this. Brawl probably clears the board. Question is, do I hit here? I think I need to hit this in case it wins.
This is unsafe.
Alright, well that's a really good outcome for us.
Relaxation for all, and all.
Oh wow, man. So much value. Hit the bad stuff, please.
We could use another knee.
They got so many of these. Off of their, Man, they got kind of lucky to get what they got on that. That's unfortunate for me, I guess. I'm actually just kind of dying here. So I'll go Ziliax on 9, and then Marin for card draw on 10, but I'm going to have to hit like Boom or a Hydration Station. And then maybe at some point I can get cube value on a Ziliax.
And all thanks to me.
That's crazy. I really need this to die. I don't want my opponent getting another free 6/7. Alright, well we got Ziliax the slow way, but we got it. There's that. And it'll actually clear this board. Unless they have like maybe a swipe or something. Kobold. How much mana have they spent this game? I'm pretty sure my opponent has played like 3 times as much mana as I have. And I'm actually not just dead. This doesn't even really do that much. If they're able to play the 3rd one, potentially get a little bit bad, I guess. Oh yay, 0 cost 10 mana card, once again. Yeah. Man, this is one of those games where it's kind of like I wish I would get a pop-up box at the beginning of the game that says, you will not under any circumstances be able to win this game. Please click here to concede. And I would do it in a heartbeat. It's alright. Surely not every game is going to be like that.
Denatrius versus Sai!
I'm cold as ice. Let your penance begin.
Now this is a hand. I like it. Only other thing I'd like to see is a chemical spill. Everything else is looking good. Come on, man, it's turn 1. Thank you. Cube. Alright. No Dreadhound Handler, please. Like to continue drawing cards. Come on, man, it's turn 2. Hero power and get it over with. Alright, well that is not a Dreadhound. Two cards out of this, not bad. There's the chemical spill, so we've got Ziliax on 5. Might be able to get some cube value for the Ziliax. Hydration Station and Boom in hand. This is actually looking pretty nice here. So much value to be had in this card. I still just do the chemical spill play, though. It's possible that this still survives, and that I can still get carnivorous cube value. Like, if I start to get value out of this, probably just game over. But they can, like, shoot, hit, shoot, hit, shoot. So it should be enough to clear it. But it's also like damage that's not going into my face, so I don't mind at all. Probably need to draw cards here. I'd like to be able to get down a testing dummy before I have to Play some of my resurrection cards.
Hurry up!
Come on, man, you're roping turn 4. Maybe they got like the bugged Hearthstone client going on. But 3 hits face, man. No? Alright. I believe we are still massively favored here. Boom wrench. Probably just equip it, right? Better to go ahead and equip this than it is to put down the 1-2 and armor up. Next turn, likely just drawing cards. I'd still like to hit a testing dummy. If I can get a test dummy down, things are going to be looking really good. I mean, they're already looking really good, but, you know, they could always look a little bit better.
My collection grows.
Buttons is a little bit slow. I don't mind it at all. Oh, please don't rip, thank goodness. Ooh, there's the test dummy.
Is our number 3 concern.
Yep, I'm just doing it. What's the chance that this dies? I guess I just take the damage now. I mean, if it dies, I've got Inventor Boom. If it doesn't die, I've got the cube. Cube! I can even draw first if I'm going to cube. What do you do here, man? Frosty Decor? What do you got? Go wide with a bunch of small stuff. Razzle dazzle. Come on, what are you thinking? Ooh. That's tough for you. I think I just want to new heights here. And cube. Actually, if I trade an Inventor Boom... it's too late. I already punched face. I needed to trade an Inventor Boom and it was lethal, but this is going to be more fun. They're still just dying. Bruh.
They're alive.
Easy. Woo. All right. I am going to end on a high note. That's going to do it for the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Always nice to have you guys hanging out. I think we learned today that Reno Warrior is an absolutely terrible deck. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. Thank you again for watching, And, I will see you guys next time. Also, don't forget 1-0 rock, paper, scissors. World champion right here.